What's up everyone, this is Tony with JRNY Crypto. Welcome back to another video. So this is going to be a very important one. I do recommend watching through all of it. Share it with anyone you think would benefit from this. We're going to be talking about cryptocurrency altcoin season and how to find these picks that have the potential to do a 10 to 100x during 2025. One major thing you have to accept is that not every pick is going to be a guaranteed win, but you can do different things to increase those odds. And if you can really do that, even getting a 60% win rates, then you just have to find the good projects and lock in, have a good entry and exit strategy, and really follow through on that. So I'm also going to be starting a trading series challenge very soon, 10K to 100K, just a 10x there. And I'm going to be doing 3 simultaneously, 1 on Ethereum, 1 on Solana, and 1 on Cardano. Believe it or not, I actually have done over 10x on a few different altcoins on Cardano in the last couple months. So all 3 chains are picking up, different projects launching on all of them. So I really think it's a good time to start a trading challenge with where the markets are, with a altcoin season likely to start picking up in the first half of this year. So if you guys do want to follow along with that, be sure to be subscribed and hit the bell. I'll also be posting about that on my X account, so follow over there. So if we check out the top cryptocurrencies, Bitcoin around $100,000 still, holding up around 2 trillion market cap. But if in comparison, pretty much a lot of these altcoins haven't really gone up nearly as much as Bitcoin have, besides a select few. For instance, Ethereum is basically still bear market prices. XRP has done great and Solana has done great, but a lot of these altcoins still haven't done anywhere close to the type of returns they did during the last bull markets. So even Solana and XRP, I think they have a lot more potential here going into a true altcoin season. Those are just moving first because of major things that are happening that really give them that edge over every other cryptocurrency at this current time. But if we do look through here, pretty much everything is still only gone up a little bit in comparison to Bitcoin. If we check Bitcoin dominance here, so you can see Bitcoin dominance here on a steady uptrend since the end of 2022, and then Ethereum on a steady downtrend, as well as all other cryptos combined. So generally you see Bitcoin dominance rising going into the bull market, and then you'll see a sharp drop as altcoin season is picking up. You can see the last bull market here, Bitcoin dominance basically peaked around 70%, dropped from over 60% down to 40% when the real altcoin season picked up and all the altcoins surged, going crazy. This is when there was peak trend levels in the space and mass retail adoption. So that's what we really need for a true altcoin season. I do think that is coming. So Plan B also posted this on X today, the decoupling of Bitcoin and crypto market caps. This is basically just showing the market cap of Bitcoin in comparison to market cap of all other cryptos combined. So you can see in gold here is Bitcoin. It's had a massive surge and decoupling. So you can see altcoins is not following this surge. If it has, you would be seeing top altcoins. Ethereum would probably be upwards of $7,000 to $10,000. Solana 500 plus. Everything in the top cryptocurrencies would be much higher than it currently is, and that's what we're really looking for, is to be ahead of the herd and really find those good picks and lock in right now before that does happen, because historically that will happen here. So Plan B is saying this time is different. Of course, he's pretty much a Bitcoin maxi, whereas a lot of people here in the comments are stating otherwise. Elliott trades, funny because the same dislocation happened at the start of the last cycle. Looks extremely similar actually. Very true. You can see if you actually look closer, Bitcoin is ahead of the altcoin trend. And then you can see here, even it did have a massive jump before altcoins did, but then it started following it pretty closely. And that's because a ton of retail gets into the space. As Bitcoin is growing, altcoins are growing as well. Whereas this time it is a lot different. And I do believe because there's been a lot of focus on Bitcoin, but I do believe those tides are changing right now, especially since Trump is buying a lot of altcoins, and they have a focus on crypto in general, not just Bitcoin. Whereas everyone thought he was going to introduce a Bitcoin reserve. And then we had the Bitcoin ETFs, which were extremely bullish. A lot of people are just extremely bullish on Bitcoin this time around, but we are going to start seeing a lot of that bullishness flow into altcoins. And when enough of that happens and we see Google trend levels rising along with that, a lot of retail is going to be getting into altcoins. We're already seeing that with people chasing meme coins because of the potential to do a 100x in such a short period of time. Of course, people are going to want to try that out and diversify and not just put everything in Bitcoin and be bored basically. So this is a good indicator altcoin season is coming, in my opinion. When it actually starts and picks up, I really think following Google trend levels is really going to help see that. So if we do check Google trends right now, past 5 years, Bitcoin in blue, crypto in red, we can see Bitcoin did have its peak here end of 2024 and has been on a downtrend here with a small spike recently. I'm actually very surprised trend levels haven't been much higher with everything that's happening with the presidency and all this other bullish stuff. And we can see even that peak that we had in 2024, it's actually much smaller of a peak than what we had for Bitcoin back in the 2021 bull market. So we haven't even gotten close to trend levels and retail adoption this time around that we did last time. Crypto in red here, pretty much same thing. But if you do look at the last bull market here, you can see the Bitcoin trend level retail adoption started picking up much further ahead than crypto here in red. Crypto really didn't peak here until around May. That's when we had that crazy altcoin season pickup. So another important chart here to look at to give us a good idea of where we're at in this current cycle. A lot of people forget this because we did break Bitcoin all-time highs before the Bitcoin halving this time, which really threw a lot of people off. A lot of people think the bull market's already over, but if we look historically, that has really never happened where we're currently at in this cycle. So this is a stock to flow chart, very important. This was everywhere during the last bull market, and it's pretty accurate in general. So you can see here, the color indicates days after the halving. So immediately after the Bitcoin halving, it's in red, and that's days until the next halving, pretty much going to blue when we get to the next halving. And then the stock to flow line, we can see where we're currently at in the cycle. We just hit orange, which if we look on previous cycles, that's generally when the bull market really starts picking up in every cycle. So going too far back, of course, the space was so small, data is not going to be as good, but the last two cycles here, we can see when it hit orange here is when it really started to go up in the last cycle. Same here, orange was pretty flat, but then when it got to yellow, it really started climbing. So we're just now getting to orange here, and that is a great indicator that going forward into 2025 with the possibility of a Bitcoin reserve from the government, that would ignite the entire space. It would give the green light to everyone. So really hoping on that. So what we're really looking for is that Bitcoin reserve announcement, which I do think is going to happen at some point through 2025. I don't know how quickly that will be announced. It's obviously going to take a while to be introduced as well, but very bullish having the US government buying Bitcoin. That would give the green light to all the states to start doing it, all the companies. But a lot of other bullish initiatives as well for crypto from the government that will be rolling out this year, in my opinion. Really trying to incentivize crypto companies to launch their companies from the US now, which is great, before pretty much pushing all of these companies and innovation out of the country. So that is also another bullish thing. There is an article here as well. 15 states are considering a strategic Bitcoin reserve. Here's what you need to know. So a lot of states have already announced they're considering this, especially since the US government's, federal government's likely going to do this. Then a lot of states will. Already having 15 considering this is huge. Once it actually happens, a lot of them will get on board. A lot of other countries will. A lot of companies will. A lot of billionaires will. It's going to open the floodgates in general, and then leading into pretty much the exact time that we're supposed to have peak bull market territory. Extremely bullish in general, especially for altcoins, which altcoin season would be picking up with that as well. So another very bullish indicator that altcoin season is coming is the government also considering other cryptocurrencies to be buying and holding. Donald Trump signs order to create a digital asset stockpile. So Trump signed an executive order to create a digital asset stockpile and ban CBDCs. The order establishes the Presidential Working Group on Digital Asset Markets to develop a regulatory framework and explore a strategic Bitcoin reserve. So I do think the focus will be on Bitcoin, and there'll be a much bigger Bitcoin reserve, but even considering picking up things like Ethereum, XRP, Cardano, Solana, very bullish for altcoin season if anything like that starts getting introduced as well. So even talk of that is pretty bullish. And word of this is spread everywhere. Forbes article here, 3 reasons why a US diversified digital asset stockpile makes sense. CNBC, Trump signs executive order promoting crypto. So this is spreading everywhere. Trump unveils ambitious plan to make America the AI and crypto hub. Huge as well. So another very bullish indicator that altcoin season is coming is all of these companies now filing for altcoin ETFs. Even Dogecoin, Grayscale just filed for a Doge ETF. We're getting ones for Solana, Cardano, XRP, all the top altcoins. There's even speculation that a Pengu one is coming for Pudgy Penguins, which they have some big connections, so that's a possibility. But all of these top altcoins getting ETFs is a huge indicator that altcoin season is coming as well. So definitely very bullish seeing that type of news. Brian Armstrong, the CEO of Coinbase, stating something here very bullish for altcoins as well. We need to rethink our listing process at Coinbase, given there are over 1 million tokens a week being created right now and growing. High quality problem to have, but evaluating each one by one is no longer feasible. Basically, he's just stating here that they're working to integrate DEXs and stuff to where they don't have to really go through the process of all the legal stuff to list altcoins as they're coming out. Essentially, he just wants them to be available on Coinbase as soon as they come out by utilizing decentralized exchanges. So having all of these new altcoins that are coming out being available immediately on big centralized exchanges like Coinbase, Kraken, and others is extremely bullish as well. That's just increased accessibility for these tokens where more onboarding can happen. Instead of people having to figure out how to get a wallet, use a decentralized exchange, and do all this stuff, if they could just log into their Coinbase account and buy a brand new altcoin through a decentralized exchange directly on Coinbase, that's going to open the door to a lot more people getting involved in those smaller altcoins that are coming out, which does seem to be happening. And over 1 million coins being created every week, just insane. So even though the huge altcoin season hasn't happened yet, I think we're getting close to that starting. So right now is a very crucial time to lock in, figure out your goals in the space, create a good entry exit strategy, what type of projects, what you're looking for in projects for good picks. Learning that right now and figuring that out, write it out, have that plan in your head. Start looking at projects that are doing really well, because that is happening every day as well. Like that post said, over 1 million coins per week, and that's growing. Going into altcoin season, that's probably going to go upwards of millions per week. And even today, we're seeing coins launching that do 10 to 100x every single day, especially after the Trump meme coin launch. For instance, here, Jelly just a couple days ago, 200x in one day. Multiple people caught this. XYZ, Jack, the founder of Twitter, posted this ticker, went up crazy. Alpha surpassed 80 million in market cap. This coin VVV, 0 to 300 million market cap in less than 3 hours, and so on. This is happening every day. Just crazy stuff happening right now, and that's just going to bring more and more interest into the space. People hearing about that. This Jelly one here, you can see all in that couple hours, just massive returns. It just basically spread everywhere. There was huge FOMO for it. People made millions trading this coin. But of course, you can see it's on a steady downtrend now, where it's settled here around, it's around 36 million market cap right now. But this is pretty much happening with every meme coin that's launching. You get a parabolic pump in the first couple hours, immediately dropping and pretty much going on a steady downtrend. Some of them, of course, are developing and everything, but this is just how the space is right now. People are chasing the next new big thing, and you got to get in it in the first 20 minutes pretty much. Even sooner is good. And then you got to get out quickly as well. So the space is crazy right now with this happening. Of course, you don't want to go all in on meme coins and try to chase this type of stuff. You're likely going to lose. It is very hard to be on top of the entire space and catch a coin immediately when it comes out. There's a lot of different tools and groups and everything you could be part of to catch this stuff. You can follow Block News. We generally post about these in the first 30 minutes that they happen. For instance, a lot of these posts that were made, they went up a lot more after this post was made. So follow Block News, follow me on X as well. We're going to be posting about this stuff as it's happening, but chasing that kind of stuff generally isn't great. You really want to lock in and find good projects you can dollar cost average that you can trust long term. But it is okay, I think, to have a small percent of your portfolio that you dabble in the trenches with and try to flip coins like this, because 200x in a couple hours, if you could catch one of those with just $500 or $8,000, $1,000, that'd be 200 grand. If you were able to pull that and then you diversify that into some other altcoins and really boost your crypto portfolio with just 1 or 2 trades there. But just keep in mind, most people lose in the trenches. And you really have to be on top of things. It is great to just start watching this stuff and see how it's happening. Follow a lot of people, get different tools going, and just figure this out and play with a smaller amount before you go heavier with a higher percent of your portfolio. A lot of people doing this are on X all day. They have all the tools. They've been doing this for years. So they can kind of determine if a pick is going to be good. And even them, they end up losing a lot as well. But even if you lose 4 out of 5 and you catch a 100x once, it's all worth it. But just keep in mind, extremely high risk, and most people do end up losing trying to flip meme coins in the trenches. So if you do want to get more involved in the crypto space and you want to try catching one of these 100x's, you want to get in the trenches, you want to create a entry exit strategy and get more involved and educated overall, I just recommend getting started, getting more active. You really have to be extremely active to catch these coins as they launch. Get on X, follow a lot of crucial accounts, just start watching them, look at their wallets, but start using some of these tools, start looking at projects that are launching through Dex Screener. Like I said, I am starting a trading series where I will be doing some of this myself, so you can learn from that. But it is extremely high risk, so don't just jump in with a brand new wallet and try to catch the first new meme coin. Like I said, over 1 million coins per week. Pretty much 99.9% of those are just going to be scams. But if you know what to look for, you could really increase those odds and really catch a good coin as it's launching. But like I said, being diversified is very important too. You do want to find good projects that are actually building, that do have big launches coming, that have high potential. And I will be going into more detail on how to do that stuff in upcoming videos, going into this trading series as well. I'm going to be doing some guides as well on Solana, getting into the trenches, how to get set up on each of these blockchains to trade Cardano, Ethereum, Solana. All of these are picking up and do have altcoins on them. Of course, Solana is the most popular, but still a lot of good stuff launching on the other chains as well. And there is some stuff happening on Cardano later this year that I think is going to be extremely bullish for the Cardano trenches. So it is important right now to lock in, just start adjusting and getting used to this lifestyle. If you really are trying to do this, like I said, get involved, be on X and follow as many of these accounts as you can, get an idea of what they're doing, start using some of these tools, start doing research, write out an entry and exit strategy, your goals. I will be going into all this in much more detail as we get into this trading series and some of these guides I will be doing. So be sure to be subscribed, hit the bell. I do recommend following JRNY TV over on YouTube also, and X. This is a higher quality channel that's we're doing under the JRNY umbrella. So pretty much a daily video we are posting here, a lot of educational stuff, a lot of stuff on upcoming launches and pretty much the upcoming trends. For instance, the last video was top 10 meme coins to hold in 2025, and then exposing RWAs, the next big crypto narrative. This is huge as well. So if you really want to get ahead of the herd, I recommend watching these daily, getting involved on X. Just consuming as much content as you can and getting educated is most important, because if you really want to increase your odds of finding these good picks and actually hitting a 10 to 100x, what's really important is getting very educated, knowing what to look for, and just getting as integrated as possible. So that's pretty much it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Like I said, trading series coming soon, more content, pretty much daily content on JRNY TV. Block News is posting every single day. A lot of important stuff as it's happening. So if you guys do want to get more integrated, definitely check out those pages and be sure to follow. But again, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.